Sarah, are you ready for the Glaze of the Week, sponsored by whatever donut company is coming for us to pay us some damn money? I'm thinking about segments, and I'm glazing.
Glaze of the Week. I prefer Krispy Kreme.
Do you?
Personally. Yeah, it's better. Melts in your mouth. Who are you glazing?
Oh, pause. Pause. Melts in your mouth. Glazing.
I hate that joke. I hate it.
Chat, this is episode 3 of Sarah without her beanie, and I feel like the less beanie, the more spicy Sarah is.
Yeah, sure.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I think I'm equally spicy with or without beanie. I think I just carry more resentment without the beanie since you won't let me wear it, that it just comes out more.
I told you if you styled the beanie, then we could have the beanie. Just no poof beanie because the poof beanie looks lazy.
Okay, who are you glazing?
Anyway, we gotta talk about this amazing young woman who has been. I was in the lab, Sarah. I've been in the film room today since nobody thinks I watch any damn basketball nowadays. Our chat section is getting real hostile and real spicy. Kiyomi McMiller gets the Glaze of the Week.
Yeah.
Drop 40. Did you see what she did?
I saw that she dropped 40. Yeah, I was locked into that Ohio State Michigan game, which we're going to get to in a second. So I missed the Kiyomi McMiller experience.
Drops 40, does it in a comeback win, 85-82, comes from behind, pause, 37 against Rutgers. She's now scored 30 or more in 6 straight games, becoming just the 3rd player in the last 15 years. Here we go. When I say becoming this player in this amount of time, I'm not saying they're the same player or in the same category. I'm just giving the stat. Becoming the 3rd player in the last 15 years to do that since Caitlin and Jennifer Schlott. This is what I'm feeling right now. She is so butter, so smooth. Her handles are so nasty. She is a magician out there right now. Dribble pull-ups, splash, shot creation. Her patience have gotten much better in the last, month. The layup package is absolutely filthy.
Jeez.
She's generating space. She's keeping defenders at her hip really well. Even if she's missing shots, she's generating these high-quality shots. Her first step is just, it's so
filthy.
It's so quick. Her handles, her hezzy. She does this head fake, and she gets them you're gone. I'm out of here. Hezzy step. She's just so impressive. I just kept saying, wow, Kiyomi has gotten nice. The step
We kind of forgot about her because she's on a team that we'd forget about. Like, no one's checking for Penn State.
No, they should be checking for Kiyomi McMiller. I'm going to tell you this.
They should be checking for Kiyomi McMiller.
Her Euro steps, she's figured some things out. She does this thing where she's changing hands in the middle of this spin move. Just absolute. What would be the female version of David Copperfield? I don't know the D name. Donna Copperfield out there.
Sure.
Della Donna. I don't know what she would be. She's got to come on the pod. Her whole evolution moving to Penn State and the controversy, and she literally came for her former team in Rutgers and put up almost a 40-piece against them as well. She really is so nasty, not getting nearly enough attention for all the things that she's developed her game to do. Boy, oh boy, was that impressive. Super, super excited and ready to glaze. We're ready to glaze.
Yeah, did you see her last, I'll just read her stats for anyone who hasn't been checking for Penn State, like myself. 40 points against USC, 37 points against Rutgers, 32 points against Northwestern, 30 against Maryland, 37 against Michigan State. That's sneaky good.
She's doing it against ranked teams. Maryland.
She's also
Michigan
playing
State.
A shit ton of minutes.
They need her.
Yeah.
You got to go back and watch her. She is really nice. I kept being like, ooh, she's nice.
Speaking of, real quick, of that USC, I just want to just want to point out, did you see the video I sent you yesterday?
No, I didn't see it.
Juju in the gym.
Oh, she's back. See that.
Yeah. She's looking good.
She's ready. She's ready to go.
At Penn State. She was at Penn State practicing. So she's with the team for her. On the road.
You wasn't shooting with me in the gym? Anyway, the first glaze of the day, the morning glaze, goes to Kiyomi McMiller.
We have to talk about what I was watching last night, which was that Ohio State-Michigan rivalry game. Which, as an Alabama grad, I really hate to give the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, any credit, because we like to say that the Iron Bowl is the most elite rivalry.
Watch out now. The comments are coming for you.
I know. They're going to come for me. But I think we can admit that, at least in women's basketball, that rivalry doesn't do shit, but this one does.
God, man, I love Jelani Cambridge so much, and I think we're getting to see the Silas Swords experience. She can sometimes shoot your way into a win, and she certainly did that. Let's pull that clip up really fast. It looks like Adrian might have it. Do you have it?
Yeah. So I don't know if you didn't watch this entire sequence of events that went down. The last 10 seconds.
No, it was complete chaos.
Of regulation was insane chaos.
The reason you don't think I watched that sequence is just because I wasn't texting you about it.
No, I said I didn't know if you saw it.
I know, but you were like, why didn't you text me about this game?
Just watch the clip.
Play it. All right, here it is.
Yeah.
Come on. No, don't let her do it.
Oh,
splash.
Dagger. And you think.
Game over,
9 seconds left. Game is over. Game's over.
Do we have more?
Clearly.
Do we have more?
Yeah. But then Jelani Cambridge.
Just a foul bait among all foul baits. But just incredible.
Yeah, and she sold it. Which is, that's what you got to do. So 2 seconds left.
They've got the ball. Michigan, by the way, has the ball right now.
Michigan has the ball. Ohio State needs 3.
Take that. That's mine.
Oh, she throws it up from outside the arc to force 3 shots at the line with 0.6 seconds remaining. Michigan. The IQ of that shot alone. Yeah, we can stop it, Adrian. So the IQ to know that you have to draw.
You're just stealing the broadcast take?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was saying. I said it before she did.
Did you? You said it before she did in your head or on the show?
No, I said it out loud before she did.
I want to just say that this is something we talk about ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Jelani has been making these types of moves since she was in 6th grade. So she ended up, I was looking at a newspaper article where Jelani was playing up against a 6-time champ, playing higher, maybe it was 8th grade. She was playing up higher.
Okay.
And playing against a 6-time national champ. And they're down 1, ends up stealing the ball and getting the layup to win the game. And I asked her about it. I said, hey, do you remember this? And she goes, I have no idea what game like this moment. Oh, this is just steal to shot for Jelani. Defense turning into offense. That's something that she said she's been doing since she was like, I don't even remember not being a guard that was a defense first guard.
That was such a heads up play by her. What are your thoughts?
What do you think? Are you not going to respond to that?
No. I was going to say something about Jelani.
Okay.
My question for you is, I hear all this praise for Jelani.
And yet they still got the L?
No, and I was going to ask you what your thoughts are on her height. Because you have real beef with 5'7" guards.
I should have said that to her, but I wasn't. I wasn't interested in doing that and being hostile. I only am hostile when I'm not in front of the person, truthfully. Except for you.
Yeah, lucky me.
Let me put my chapstick on.
Aren't I just the luckiest?
All this besmirching makes my lips chapped. I don't think 5'7" guards have a high likelihood of playing in the WNBA at a high level. I mean, I just don't. I think that that's really hard to do. I think the thing, though, if you're gonna be a guard like her and be that size, you better fucking defend. Sorry, person who unsubscribed because they don't like F-bombs. I don't even know how you got to this page, by the way. How did you even find us and stick around the whole intro that we're cutting out so that you guys stick around a little longer and don't drop out 2 seconds? Maybe that's what's dropping them out in the first minute, Sarah, is the high usage of the F-bomb.
Could be. She put a little
anyway, I think Jelani will make
warning.
it to. I think she'll be a good pro because she's a really, really good defender, an incredible defender, great shooter, amazing basketball IQ. Really has a dog mentality. Has always played older. She's the youngest girl in her family of all hoopers. Her brothers play basketball. Her older sister is on this team as well. Highly competitive in every way. I love Jelani. She's a stud.
Yeah, I agree with you on the pro aspect because, as you can tell, you were talking about that defense to offensive transition, and just in that last second alone, I mean, that was a split-second decision that sent them into overtime. But now let's talk about that overtime because Olivia Olson had the exciting whites game of the year for her.
I tried to tell you Olivia Olson's the one.
You did. No, you did. You did. So, all right.
What'd she have?
Hold on, Adrian, can you restart this?
31?
Or I'll just wait for it. Yeah, she had 31 points. Olivia Olson on the inbound. She just drives it up. 2 points. She had 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists in this game. And just went absolutely off. But Chance Gray hit a buzzer beater 0.1 seconds too late from the logo. And it was honestly such a bummer because she deserved that one.
I love this Ohio State team. By the way, Ohio State is probably the most exciting. Look at that.
Look at that. She nailed. I mean, it was perfect. It was just literally just, it's buzzer goes off as it's leaving. Still on her fingertips.
I love this Ohio State team. They're so fun to watch. Chance Gray is great. They've got a lot of good, exciting players. But shout out to Olivia Olson, who's an absolute bucket. Shout out to Silas Swords, who played well on the same day that Olivia Olson played well. Yeah, I mean, Michigan had an 11-3 third quarter, and it looked like it was all she wrote. I think they were up by 8 going into the fourth quarter. So yeah, man. And also shout out to Kylie Kitts. I just really like her game as well. Her and Jelani were sort of ham and egging it a little bit. 6 straight points to make it a 1-point game. So I also like Del Fosse or Del Fosse. Somebody in the chat will tell me. Somebody in the chat will tell me that I'm pronouncing it wrong. So I'll just say
I'm sure.
The way both times are.
I've been really impressed with the sophomores this season, like all together. This has kind of been like the year of the sophomore. It feels like in a lot of ways, like Jelani, Sila, Michaela. There's a lot of really good sophomores. We're not talking about them though. We're talking about the seniors this year. Because the draft, should it happen, though we are, if you listen to our Monday show, you know we are quite skeptical of it happening. But let's just for a second pretend that all things are sunny and we're going to get a draft. Rosie, we're going to get a draft. I want to talk about that draft because a couple mocks have started coming out and they look, I think, a little bit different than if we had a mock draft here at Let Her Shoot. Most of the mocks have the same top 5 players: Awa Fam, Azzi Fudd, Olivia Miles, Lauren Betts, Flau'jae Johnson. The order of which varies. So I want to go through team by team who you think is the best fit for that team. I want to start with Dallas, number 1. We've seen a mix of projections. The majority are pretty split down the middle between Awa Fam, number 1 pick, or Azzi Fudd, number 1 pick.
Some people in our comment section, though, have said that they would take Lauren Betts as well, which is why this conversation is even happening in February, is because people are very, very passionate about whoever it is that they think should go number 1 to Dallas.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, obviously, there's a lot of extra in this choice with you can't ignore the relationship between Azzi Fudd and Paige Bueckers, last year's number 1 pick. That's just something that
I am, for these purposes,
for you, yes. But I'm saying, like, it's a factor that is playing into fans, into the narrative of this pick. But let's break it down from a strictly.
I honestly think it's hurting Azzi.
You think it's hurting? Let's talk about it from a strictly basketball perspective, though. What do you think Dallas needs?
Well, they were one of the worst. Well, they need a lot of things.
They need a lot of things, yeah.
They lack an interior rim protector, which is why they traded Lee Yuru, which is why they went out and got Nalissa Smith, and that didn't work out. And their rebounder, Maisha Hines-Allen, is only averaging 6 rebounds per game. Paige Bueckers, the rookie, is leading in every other category on the team other than that. She leads the team in points, assists, steals, and blocks. It's pretty insane.
It's not great.
So they also were second to last in 3-point percentage. And this is a team that, because they didn't have a lot of 3-point shooting, and Enrique, we don't really need to go into why that kind of wasn't a great fit. But she's a free agent. A lot of people are like, oh, trade Enrique or keep Enrique. Enrique's a free agent. I don't think she stays. I think she's going to go somewhere where she feels like maybe her role could be a better alignment for what she wants to do and what she's good at doing.
Right.
I thought it was like a very imperfect fit. So you're now able to pack the paint because you don't respect the 3-point shot. And now Paige operates at a much worse level because she wants to get to the mid-range, but everybody's in the mid-range waiting for her. So to me, you need an interior defender, which, I think that's what the case is for Lauren Betts. And that's why people love her. She's a true center, true rim protector. But you really need somebody who can shoot the 3 really well, who can be a running mate with Paige on the perimeter, but can also play defense on the perimeter. And those are things that Azzi Fudd does tremendously well. Azzi Fudd does, like, the type of player that Azzi is, doesn't grow on trees. You can't really find them in free agency. Whereas, to me, you can find another center. There's a lot of centers and bigs down low that you can replace the Lauren Betts pick, but you cannot replace what Azzi Fudd does, I think, in free agency. So I think you draft Azzi, number 1 with a bullet. She can defend, the other team's best player. She can rebound. She's a pest on defense. She can guard 94 feet. She's a generational shooter, movement shooter, spot-up shooter, pull-up shooter. So to me, when you're one of the worst teams at scoring, one of the worst 3-point shooting teams, and not a great perimeter defending team, I think Azzi solves more problems than Lauren does. And then you go out and try to find, like, maybe you can get a John Quall Jones. I know that's unlikely. I know maybe you can. There's just a ton of centers that you can. Maybe you try to get a Shakira Austin from Washington, because centers take a long time to develop. And I think for Dallas and for Paige, anytime you have a generational player like Paige, you want to find a way to springboard that team into some level of contention as fast as possible. So to me, it's Azzi, and it's not close.
You mentioned that you feel like their relationship might be, like, hurting Azzi in this. Do you think that, like, the chances of a breakup and or locker room problems outweigh the benefits of having 2 people who have played so much basketball together already?
Well, what's kind of crazy is that they haven't played nearly as much basketball together as the critics would say, right? Like there's a lot of people
you'd think.
Like, oh, well, Azzi and Paige played together all these years and they only got one title out of it, which is so fucking
because
one of them was injured pretty much the entire time they were both at school. Their last year was, even Azzi missed time her senior year. They didn't even play all those games. I think they lost 4 total games together when they were both on the floor their entire career. I think they were 42-4 during their time together. So that part I think is fugazi. Number 2, the chemistry that they share and have shared before they were quote unquote together. I'm not going to quote unquote, but like before they came out and let us know they were together.
Right. We don't know when their relationship started. We don't know how far into them playing together it started.
But we know that Paige recruited Azzi to play at UConn and was jocking her to come and be her backcourt mate because the fit was so good and because they had such great chemistry. And I think that's very rare regardless of their dating situation. I think it's just very sloppy and messy to say, well, that's the only reason that Dallas would draft.
It's also just not true.
No. She fits the most. She checks the most boxes, and she's the most difficult to replace. Cheryl Reeve always says, like, the most difficult position to develop is a center. It takes the longest. It's going to take Lauren Betts 2 to 3 years for her to become a true pro, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it takes her less.
But why put that pressure on a rookie, and why not go just get a...
And by the way, Azzi's an
experienced center.
She's a grad student. She's pro ready as it gets.
Yeah,
literally, she's ready to go 2 years ago to play in the W.
Yeah. Aside from the knee, but yes.
Yes, but I mean, in terms of like her skills,
talent, yes,
and talent, she could have been a pro 2 years ago. Retirement should not be overcomplicated. You should feel like the advice that you're getting fits your life, not someone else's agenda. That is straight talk and a solid strategy, and that's what you get from Fuchs Financial, our guy. Watch Ben's show, How to Retire, on his YouTube page, which we link in the show notes. Thank you to Ben. Seriously, thank you to Ben for believing in what we're doing over here. Our first sponsor, our most important sponsor to date, and we're always going to keep it solid. So go over there and check Ben out.
Let's talk about the Minnesota Lynx, who at the end of last season, I mean, we thought Minnesota Lynx had this championship kind of in their belt. And towards the end...
They had the championship in their belt?
The championship belt in their... around their waist.
They had the championship belt ready on their waist?
It was on their... Anyway, they blew it. They gave it away at the end of the season.
Did they blow it? I think Nafisa Collier just got injured. That was
yes. It was. Fee got injured, but what I'm saying is...
And had been injured multiple times throughout the season.
Been injured multiple times. Regardless, the refs kind of screwed them over at the end of their season. What do they need? Because I'm seeing projections from Olivia Miles to Awa Fam.
Yeah, this one was hard for me. I had to go deep into the crates. And this team doesn't have a lot of quote unquote needs. They were one bad play, one bad foul call away from winning the title 2 years ago against the Liberty. So this is a team that's pretty complete already. And Nafisa's going to be out for a while. I mean, I don't know when the season's going to start, but Nafisa's out for probably the first couple of months if the season were to start on time.
At least.
Yes.
Probably.
I think you got to take Awa Fam. I think you have to go Awa Fam because she's going to be generational. I think she's just really going to be one of the best players in the league in 3 years. She's so young. And here's what they need: somebody that can play ham and egg with Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier isn't really a center. She's a creator, she's a finisher. Awa Fam is a 20-year-old, depending on who you ask, 6'4" to 6'6", center, wing, hybrid. She's from
Spain.
she plays in Valencia right now, but we'll get to that in a second. What I want to say is, like, the Lynx need someone who can play ham and egg with Nafisa. If Nafisa's going to create, they need a finisher. They need somebody that can space the floor. And what Lauren doesn't really do is what Cheryl Reeve requires of her bigs. Lauren Betts can't defend in space. She's not a screen and roller. She's not a pick and popper. She can't really run in transition. She definitely doesn't space the floor. What she does is she posts up and she protects the rim. Whoever you play next to Fee needs to be able to make Fee's job easier, not clog up space next to Fee. Fee is such a unique player because she can do all these different things, but she likes operating in the paint. And Awa has 20 years old. She can shoot the three. She can pick and pop. She's an incredible screener. She has gotten so much better as the year has gone on. I was looking at my notes earlier on, like 3-4 months ago, when the college basketball season started. And man, has she developed light years defensively. And that's the thing that people had a knock on her about, was like, can she move her feet? She's moving her feet much better. She's much better switching onto guards. She's gotten a lot better at protecting the rim. But the thing that's so impressive is at that size, how much space she can cover on the floor as quickly as she can. Her fluidity is excellent. Her footwork is excellent. She is an athletic freak. She can come all the way out on the perimeter and defend the three now. I think the potential role, she's like really good at defending her man and the potential role area as well. Like, you watch her and you're just like, wow, I can see what she'll become. She can relocate really well to the perimeter. She gets to the basket really well. She has a chance to be special. And on the Lynx, you can be super patient with her development. There's really no bad choice for Minnesota. Whether they get Azzi or whether they get Awa Fam, they're set up.
Seattle Storm, who we know.
What do you think about that?
About Awa Fam.
What do you think?
I mean, listen.
I know you haven't been digging into the Valencia highlights. I
haven't been digging into the Valencia highlights, but I trust your assessment. And I agree with you. Lynx is one of these teams that, again, we don't know, because the free agency is it's really hard to know what is happening with these teams, because so many, pretty much all players, give or take, those still on rookie contracts, are free agents this year. So we don't know exactly. Courtney Williams, Alana Smith, Dejanay Carrington, are they going to come back to the Minnesota Lynx or not? We don't know. We have to kind of assume, though, that they are going to want to run the team back as much as they can, because, like you said, they're a pretty complete team. So I like the idea of seeing what Awa Fam can do in a team that is already built for success. And I think also, especially too, because we haven't seen, the American fans haven't gotten to really introduce themselves to her. And I think it would be probably a less pressure setting. I think that Dallas job is going to be
hard.
It's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard. Seattle Storm.
Here's what I'm going to say before we go into Seattle.
Okay.
I'm very concerned about how far Lauren Betts could fall, based on not her talent, but based on these teams that are in the top 5 and what they need. So we'll go through that. Seattle absolutely does not need, or probably won't draft, Lauren Betts. They've been targeting Olivia Miles since she was at Notre Dame. When we didn't know whether she was going back to school or not, Seattle was wanting her then. And so you look at who they have under contract. They've got only 4 players under contract. And they picked up Erica Wheeler, and she was great for them. Like, you've got Skylar Diggins, and she was great for them. You got Gabby, and she's been great for them. But I think what they need is a distributing point guard who is a tremendous passer and can get the ball into Dominique Malonga, who, again, is generational in a way that I think we could see Awa Fam being generational. And Dominique Malonga developed way faster than I ever thought she would. Beginning of the year was kind of rough, but all of a sudden you look up and it's the fall. It's the, late fall, and you're like, wow, she's fucking good. And Malonga's elite defensively, a good rim protector, can do a lot on the offensive side of the ball as well. And I think like those two together will be like ham and egg for a decade.
I was just, when you were talking about that, I just like got excited at the possibility of seeing Olivia Miles just her no-look pad just over the, to Malonga right there.
Showtime.
It feels like it's going to be it would be a really fun duo.
And even if Gabby's still there and Skylar's still there, like that opens things up for them as well. Yeah. It's just I think a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Olivia Miles and Dominique Malonga they would have a lot of years to do a lot of really cool things together there. You brought up Lauren Betts, who right now is projected to fall to number 4, Washington Mystics. However,
that don't make no sense.
You said it doesn't make any sense. And we've talked about, like, Lauren has been seemingly, like, consistently falling this season, which is weird.
I think it's just a need thing.
It's a need thing. Because it's not her play. She's been playing great this season.
I like Lauren. Lauren's gotten better and better in my eyes, and she's going to be a great pro. She probably comps out at somewhere in the neighborhood. Listen, Chad, don't fuck me up, okay? I'm not saying they're perfect. As my mom would always say, I'm not saying they're sisters. I'm saying they're cousins. I think Lauren Betts can be a different sort of more prototypical center like a Brittany Griner. And she's just kind of skinny. Like, she's not super strong. Especially compared to WNBA centers that are really strong.
I was going to say, if you put her up against, like, Jonquel.
I think she'd get moved around a little bit. I think she'd get in her head a little bit. I think she'd complain a lot. And so to me, it's more about fit. And I think it will take Lauren a couple of years to develop into a really good pro. But truly, the Mystics don't need her. They do not need her. They have Shakira Austin. They have Kiki Iriafin. The thing that's fascinating is at 4. I am like really interested.
Who does my team take?
It's really interesting, Sarah, because think about this.
Give me someone I'll be happy about.
If there's one thing that the Mystics need, it's 3-point shooting. The Mystics finished in the regular season last in 3-point attempts and 10th in 3-point percentage. Sonia Citron was really the only impactful volume shooter that they had. She shot like 45%. She barely good enough for you, but she shot 45% from 3 on 4 attempts a game. Sug Sutton, who people think I'm a hater of, was next in line at 35%. That's just not good enough to me at 2.5 attempts per game. So you got Sonia Citron, you got Georgia Amore, you got Kiki Iriafin. You got a really interesting core. Kiki is this bruising interior presence, can do a lot. Like, I think Kiki wants to become, again, don't get mad at me, she wants to become an Asia Wilson type, so maybe she eventually really stretches the floor and develops a 3-point shot. She's a bucket, though, and she is. What they need is an initiator. They need a point guard's point guard. And, like, this is a very weak class for point guards. So if Olivia Miles is gone, which I think she will be.
She would be.
She will be. I think, and I want to get Adrian's perspective, and I know she's not on camera, but I want to hear what she has. I think that this team has to reach for Kiki Rice. Double Kiki.
That is an interesting. I thought Tania Latson was about to come out of your mouth.
They already have scorers. They need an initiator who can organize the offense, that can defend the opponent's best guard. And Kiki is incredible at both of those things. She doesn't need to carry the scoring load. Like, Tania Latson's not a true point guard. That's why she went to South Carolina. She's trying to learn that role. She's not that right now. Raven obviously is a true point guard there. So Kiki wouldn't need to carry the scoring load. She's a fucking shooter. She's shooting 40% this year. She's gotten better from the three every single year. And defensively, she's a dog. She's strong. She's gritty. The Mystics have this scrappy defensive culture. She's one of the best defenders in the class. The thing is she's mocked at like 9. So you're going to need, and she's from the DMV, Sarah.
I just saw, I'm looking up what high school she went to.
She went to Sidwell Friends.
Oh, she's a fancy one then.
Oh, she's fancy. No, there's a lot of girls that they get
the athletic
scholarship to go there.
I didn't get that offer.
She can rebound. She can play make. She's the best true point guard. They have another pick at. Can you tell me where their pick is?
Yeah, their other pick is at 11.
She's not gonna get there. She's not gonna be there at 11. I'm gonna tell you that right now. 9.
Oh, they do. Sorry, they have 3. Wow, they have 3 first-round picks. I didn't even notice the one at 9.
Not going to be there at 9 either. Not going to be there at 9.
You think... See, right now, she's projected at 9 to Washington.
I would
think
not
they have
wait.
to take her at 4?
I would not wait at all. I do not think you wait for Kiki. She can rebound. She can play make. She can be next to Georgia and Sonia. And those are guards that like to play off the ball. I don't think Tania Latson makes any sense. So yeah, I think that's what you do. And that makes 5 for Chicago absolutely fascinating.
Okay, so all the mocks are consistent with this. Every single one of them. There's a very good chance that we see a Flau'jae and Angel matchup, or not matchup, but that they're back together in Chicago. That's what all the mocks have.
The reunification?
Yep.
So, okay. I don't know if they can do this, but the best case scenario is to move up for Olivia Miles. But I don't think Seattle's letting her go. I think you're going to need to come up off of something that you're not going to want to come up off of in order to get her. So this is what I think they actually do. Number 1, you need to make sure, because they draft at 17 as well, don't they? They draft at 5 and 17. And that is a shaky proposition, but I definitely think as you look around and what they don't need Lauren Betts. They've got Angel Reese. They've got Camila Cardoso. So Betts is out. Their court problem was turnovers. It was at 16.9 turnovers per game. That was a league worst. Chicago was running their offense through Camila and Angel Reese pretty much all last season because they didn't have a guard. And you had Vandersloot, who's coming now off of an injury, and maybe he's coming back. Every possession that started with this entry pass to Camila or Angel Reese, was a possession where turnovers were definitely in play. You had shot clock violations. You had broken possessions. They just didn't have the right players for that role. And that's what they want to run their offense that way. And I think they should. Those are very dynamic, incredible players. And Angel Reese can play a little, chat, you think I don't know this. Angel Reese can play a little point forward. But I think she likes to be in the post as well. So you kind of need somebody that can distribute and be a true point guard. The problem is there's not a lot of point guards in this class, like I said. But you also need a true bucket getter at the guard position as well. So I do think you take Flau'jae.
Okay.
I think you take her, but I also think you make sure you get Raven Johnson at 17. You need her?
Okay.
The Glaze.
Is it time to talk about the Raven Johnson elephant in the room?
What, is there an elephant?
No, but we've been so the Toronto Tempo right now is projected to take Tania Latson at number 6. And we have heard Dawn very loudly advocating for Raven Johnson kind of over Tania Latson in this draft class. She hasn't said that, but it kind of, right, that's like the vibe we're getting, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like we're not getting it's. I haven't heard anything about like Tania Latson deserves to be a top 5 pick, but I've heard that about Raven Johnson.
That's because nobody's saying that Tania Latson isn't a top pick, and a lot of people are saying that Raven Johnson is not a first round pick. I think Tankathon has Raven mocked at 19, which is in the second round.
I don't know that don't believe that I've seen her mocked in the first round.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've seen any mocks with her in the first round. But Dawn's pushing hard.
She is. I don't think I think you take the risk if you're Chicago. You cannot reach for a guard that far. You can try to trade back. I think you get Flau'jae and you get Raven and you get her at 17, and now you have a guard that's a really, really elite passer, has incredible court vision, a leader, a winner, insane defender. And I know she's undersized, and people will say, well, it didn't work with Haley Van Lith. I just don't think that they're even in the same universe in terms of prototype or archetype of player. So they need decision-making speed. They need a guard that can read the defense before anybody knows what's going on. I think that's what Kiki Rice does, that's what Olivia Miles does, and that's what Raven Johnson does. Raven's just kind of a product of that. She's not really like a true scorer, they say, but she can put up buckets now. I think she's become a very good shooter. I think she's just small. She's 5'5", 5'6". They say she's 5'6", but I stood next to her and she looks like she's my height. So I think you get Flau'jae and you get Raven, and then you figure out whether Camilla and Angel play together. They can play together well.
So like I just mentioned, number 6 currently, Toronto Tempo is projected to take Tania Latson.
I think you take Betts. I think if you're Toronto, take Lauren Betts.
But even if so, that's predicated on her not having been taken by Washington there.
I don't think so. I don't.
If she's available,
there you take her.
6. Yeah, because I mean, how much because back-to-back picks here, 6 and 7, are the franchise picks. So the new franchise picks. So you've got the Tempo, and then Portland projected to take Gianna Neepkins, who we love.
Oh my God,
we're big fans of.
That was another player that I thought Washington could go after.
I was gonna say that I don't hate the idea of her going up to number 4.
Yeah, the problem is that she's just not a true point guard. So I think you got the shooting with Georgia and you got the shooting with Sonia, but I like Gianna a lot as well. I like her a lot.
But my question is, for these picks, are we building a team around them, or are we just taking best player available?
Both. I mean, you're talking about a team that's not expected to do a lot. And so you know what Lauren can turn into, and you know what you get from a big that can do all the things that she can do. And you say to yourself, well, okay, that works for me. So I think Gianna Neepkins at 7 is an incredible pick for Portland. I would absolutely love that.
You go buy the jersey.
I also think it's incredible that the Mystics are mocked to take Gabriela Jaquez at 11. Do you know 11? How insane that would be? Kiki Rice, Jaquez,
they currently they're projecting 3 UCLA picks to the Mystics, which in my eyes would be absolute karma for the way in which we have talked about UCLA this season. Actually, how funny would that be if the first round, both Portland and Washington only selected UCLA players? Because that's what's projected right now.
Is there justice in the world? I don't know. I mean, that's insane. So that's what I have for the top 7 picks. I think Tania slides. I think Lauren slides. I think they move up for Kiki. And I just can't wait to see how everybody else plays out. But I think the fact that there's like 5 UCLA players in the top 15 picks is pretty telling.
That's pretty telling.
About how they will be as pros.
It also is very telling as to how much talent they're losing this year, which we're going to have to talk about at some point.
Yes.
Losing 5 first-round draft picks and one, I mean, that's a lot.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Chat, what do you guys think?
And I want to get more into. We don't have any more time to talk about it, but the other projection that I'm like low key kind of excited to see would be Cody McMahon in Indiana.
I don't think that works.
You don't?
How does it work?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you could put her with. How does that work? Is she gonna play? I mean, you got Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Sophie Cunningham all there. So maybe she'll play the 3. I don't know.
I think the biggest issue that we're gonna run into with these drafts is how, if we don't even know who's on these teams right now, how can we know what they need?
Well, that's a good point. You know, Caitlin's not going anywhere.
Well, no, of course not.
So yeah, those two together, I think that they're going to be the backcourt. I don't know if Cody McMahon is big enough to play the 3. I think maybe she can't at the next level, but I like her a lot. She's a true scorer, and she's very strong.
Texas, Alabama, Duke, North Carolina, Ohio State, Michigan State, South Carolina, Kentucky. That'll be
interesting.
Tennessee, Vanderbilt could be interesting.
I like.
Speaking of Kashunity, we have an exciting guest coming up soon. Hopefully. She's going to sit down with us.
In the Big 12.
The Big 12. Yeah.
Maryland, Michigan will be exciting. Michigan State, Ohio State will be exciting. What else?
We're getting down to the end here.
We are. There's not as many games. Oh, and UNC Duke. They play again.
Yeah, so, UNC Duke. Again, we're down to like the last 2 games of the season. So
Ole Miss, Florida as well. Florida's the low-key good team. Ole Miss plays Florida at Ole Miss. So it's not, and then LSU plays Tennessee, but at LSU. So like you've got teams that are names. LSU plays Tennessee at home. But LSU's an 18.5 point favorite.
Oof.
Mississippi State, Ole Miss is a minus 5.5 point favorite. Not that anybody really cares that much. UNC is a 3.5 point favorite over Virginia.
Over Duke, interesting.
No, over Virginia.
Over Virginia.
These are tonight. And
tonight's games.
That's pretty much not
a lot.
It in terms of good games. So we'll see how it goes. We'll be back Tuesday morning to recap all of the weekend's action. Again, I'm Trista Crick. This is Sarah Chavnik. 1, 2, 3. As always, Sarah, let her shoot.